Good morning, ladies. We are on week 2 of the Esther Reset, and I think technically day 11 now. And I want to tell you, this right now is really where week 2 and week 3 is where you have to really show up. Because the first week, there's this high. You're like, oh, yay. The second week, it's kind of like you start plummeting. And I always notice that it's usually my second week of the month or something like that, maybe around the period, something where I start to just really go down in my energy levels. I start to lose momentum, and I truly just start to feel not that inspired by it. But you have to keep going regardless of that. And I just want to encourage you today that ask for help. I've shared that a lot, but I'm going to share that again. Since June, since I started waking up, working out, I have not been able to do this on my own. Since June, every night before I go to bed, because I get up and run early, I pray that the Lord will help me wake up, that I won't hit snooze, okay, you guys? It's hard sometimes for me to get out of that bed. And so in June, I remember I started with a friend. I went to one workout, and then the next day, I slept in, and I didn't make it. And I remember that day, I was like, I'm going to start praying every night that the Lord would help me get up and get moving. And the truth is, that is a challenge. It's such a challenge to get going. But now, even at night when I'm falling asleep, I just throw up a prayer to the Lord. I'm thanking Him for my day, and I'm like, Lord, let me not press snooze in the morning, and let me get up. And there has been so many occasions where I've wanted to hit snooze on the alarm, or I've just not felt like running that day. And the Lord's like, don't do that. Just show up. You don't have to run. You can walk, girl. You can crawl, but you got to show up, right? And so that's what I want to encourage you. If you're out there, if you feel like, gosh, every workout is so tiring and strenuous, then you don't need to be feeling that way. What you need to be feeling is, okay, I just got to show up. So if I show up and I run, for me, if I run 3 miles and show up, that's a great day. If I show up and I run 1 mile, that's a great day. If I show up and I just walk, that's a great day because I showed up, okay? And that is what I want to encourage you. You have to just show up. You have to push yourself to show up, okay? We are on our second week of the Esther Reset, and this is a 30-day cohort challenge. And I will say there's been so many women where their scale, first week, they've already lost some weight. So that should be the biggest encouragement to you that, I already lost 2 pounds or 1 pound. Let's see how much I can lose this week. And I might lose 2 pounds, and now I've lost 4. Then I've lost 6. It adds up. I want to tell you the truth. I wasn't looking up and losing 7 pounds in a week. No, I was looking up and losing 7 pounds throughout the month, okay? And so that's right there is something I really want to encourage you. But also, I have been claiming something this week because I'm like, a lot of us are so close to dropping down to the next 10. So if you're like in the 90s, close to the 80s, 70s, 60s, I'm 1 pound away from being in the 160s. Honestly, I haven't been in 160 since I was in high school, okay? Never even tried to aim for that because to me, that high school body was very different, okay? But I'm not even aiming for that. I'm just aiming to be healthier. I'm aiming to pay attention to my eating style. And I will say that, ladies, even if you cannot make it to the gym, even if you're like, Morgan, it's so hard for me to show up right now for my health, show up for your food, because that is what changed the game. I'm out here running now because I'm starting to feel lighter in my body, but I could not run at first because I was still having all those eating addictions. And so my encouragement to you is to focus on the eating. If you notice it's a really busy Thursday and you're probably not going to make it to the gym, then say, okay, but how can I show up in my food today? How can I say no to those little stress eaters? How can I say no to those emotional eating? How can I show up in my food today? Because if you ask yourself that and you start showing up, today might just seem like one day, but then tomorrow you show up, and the next day, and the next day. Before you know it, you built a habit. And I will say I am some months in now. I think I'm on like month 3 going on 4, and there were definitely times where I felt like, gosh, I don't even think about gummies like that anymore, right? And I used to think about it every single day. And also, if my kids are eating a cupcake in class, I don't feel like I need that. I'm not hungry for it. I don't feel like I'm craving it. Now, if I choose to eat the cupcake, some days I do. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it. But then I don't feel like I need it. I don't feel like, oh, I gotta have that. It doesn't give that for me. So I just want to encourage you with that. That is going to be your biggest breakthrough, is if you can break through those addictions, so stress eating, that emotional eating, and all the sweets that you say yes to on a multiple days a week. If you can start working through that, you will see weight loss. And I'm trying to tell you, just cutting out regular soda and going to maybe a diet, you will see weight loss like that easy, okay? So don't feel stuck. Don't feel like you're stuck in the body that you're in. Don't believe the lie that you're stuck where you're at. Don't believe the lie that you got to just deal with this thing. Don't believe the lie that, oh, this is just how I am and there's no way for improvement. Do not believe that lie. You have to push yourself. And that's what this week's theme has been about to the ladies who's doing the Esther Reset. This week is about push yourself week. It's going to take a push, because truly you do not feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. I can tell you 20 other things I'd rather be doing this morning than taking a jog, honestly. There's some work I'd love to be working on, passion projects. I'd like to be sitting down with my Bible right now, working on something like that instead of getting out here for a morning jog, honestly. But even with that being said, I know this is necessary for my purpose, and I want to encourage you. Your health is necessary for your whole life. You a healthier person in better shape, you can do your purpose better. You can be a better wife, a better mother, a better daughter. You can be a better worker, okay? You're not so sluggish because you're not having so many crashes from all that bad food. You can be just a better overall person. You can feel better about yourself. And I will say, I think I'm like 28 pounds down now. But waking up in the morning, knowing that I am 28 pounds down and counting, like I'm so close to the 30-pound mark, waking up knowing that, it gets me fired up. Now, but I also was fired up when I knew I was 10 pounds down, when I knew I was 5 pounds down. All I knew was I just got to keep going. And I want to encourage somebody the weight sometimes doesn't just you don't have the best weeks sometimes. Let me be real. There was a week I worked out hard and I got on the scale and it looked like I gained a pound. And then there was for 3 straight weeks there, it stayed still. The scale did not move. This is after I've lost about 15, 20 pounds and the scale would not move. I kept telling my husband, like, what am I doing wrong? And he's like, just keep going, dear, keep going. The scale wouldn't move for nothing for me. And so I would encourage you, don't allow the scale to be your deciding factor. Allow you showing up. Because even though the scale didn't move for 3 weeks, in those 3 weeks, I still showed up 5 days a week, and I just still showed up. Now, I don't mean I was running every day. Don't mean I was sweating every day. But I showed up. And I've seen the results of that. And so that's what I want to tell you, girl. Show up and build the muscle, build the habit of showing up for yourself, okay? Showing up. And girl, you are worthy of that body. You are worthy of a healthier lifestyle. And your health being more together is going to help everything else in your life. I'm not going to lie, you guys. People used to always say that, like, oh, your health better. Like, it's going to affect this. It's going to affect everything. And it does. It really does. It affects my mood. It affects, sometimes I'm like, it affects my evenings. My evenings have to flow a little better. I can't just be lollygagging on the couch all afternoon after work, because I know I got to get things together because I have a morning run. All right, that's a habit, that's a ritual, that's something that God has placed. I have a morning run, I have a morning walk, I have morning time. So this right now, while I'm recording this, is a Thursday. I actually really enjoy my Friday morning runs because they're usually not runs. My goal is to run, but usually I get out here and I walk a mile or 2 miles and I just talk to the Lord. So that's what tomorrow will be for me. I look forward to that. And so I just want to encourage you again. This right now can be the week where you say, I throw in the towel, or this can be the week that you push yourself and you keep going and you get your workouts and your smoothies in and you just show up. Your workouts don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect, but you have to show up at the same time, around the same place. You have to show up, okay? And so that's my biggest encouragement, girl. Show up. That's going to help you. That's going to bless you so much. And I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, 2 miles done. So I'm super happy. My 2 miles are done for the day. Now I'm heading to the house. Bye, guys.